Well, good morning once again. You're still watching Morning Live here on SABC2. The Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula, will tomorrow launch the Women Military Veterans Gender Forum in Magaliesburg. The purpose of the launch is to create a platform for women military veterans across the spectrum to engage on economic empowerment programs, skills development, job creation, and also to be able to access all the benefits. But to tell us more, we joined in the studio by Minister herself, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula, as well as the Chairperson of the Women Military Veterans Gender Forum. She is Dlamini. Ladies, good morning to you and thank you very much for your time this morning.
Good morning, Palisa.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Minister, let us start with you. Why the establishment of this forum?
Okay, let me just give you a context. We currently have a SANVA, what is called the South African Military Veterans Association, which is an umbrella body of different ex-combatants formations. Within SANVA, you have what is called the former non-statutory forces and the statutory forces, okay? So you have both members of the old order who are members of their organizations and those who come from APLA, AZANLA, MKMVA. Now, this umbrella body, obviously, by virtue of having fought side by side with men, in every association, you will find women ex-combatants. And women ex-combatants have played a critical role in liberating this country. And one of the concerns which we had even prior to our liberation was that we should never ever forget the role which has been played by women, not just in the struggle, but as combatants. So what we're doing here now was we met in 2014 March, and I directed women, that ex-combatants, that they need to create a forum where women ex-combatants come together, engage on a whole range of issues. But amongst those, obviously, you need to look at issues of economic empowerment of women. Why a gender forum for ex-combatants? Any ex-combatant, particularly a woman, has a very unique experience. At times, experiences which you may not find it easy to share even with your own family, but experiences which you'll be better off if you shared with other ex-combatants. And that is really the spirit, the intention of establishing this. But also we want them organized because some of them have been unemployed ever since they came back from the battle.
I actually wanted to come in there and ask what are the challenges still facing them now?
Well, poverty. Some of them indeed are destitute. But the one thing which has excited me is that already the women who are in this forum have gone all out to trace, amongst others, widows of ex-combatants who have passed on. Some of these widows, remember, are in fact foreigners who were brought into the country by our own people. They've since passed on and they've been neglected. And one of the things which they have been doing is to trace them, knock at their doors, and see what form of assistance they can render. And I'm very happy with that. But for me, the critical thing is we need to find ways of empowering them. In fact, one of the people we've invited tomorrow will be attending the opening as an ex-combatant in her own right is Minister Zulu, who will be talking to them about SMMEs and the importance of entering that the economic mainstream in the country.
Okay, Sally, let me just bring you in here. You will also adopt a constitution and a program of action tomorrow. Yes. Which issues are you hoping that they are to be included in this document?
Well, we have already in our last gathering in Southern Sun, produced a draft constitution, which is going to articulate our vision as women military veterans as to what is it that we want to achieve. And in that also, we're articulating our mission. Foremost in everything, we want to ensure that women military veterans are united, because without this unity, we will not be able to attain anything. remember that we're coming together here as erstwhile enemies of the non-statutory forces and the statutory forces. These are soldiers who used to fight against each other during the apex of apartheid. But today we are faced with a mission to ensure that our women are economically emancipated. Therefore, we cannot even achieve a slight achievement without us being united first. Now,
so we do know that among the 120 women military veterans to attend tomorrow, you also have the ministers and the deputy ministers as well, who are women military veterans.
Yes. Yeah. In that, what we're aiming to achieve is to ensure that these are actually themselves former guerrillas and as well former combat people. So they are now in positions of power and influence. So I'm saying to them, now that you have attained those positions, do not forget us. Look back, you know where we're coming from. So I was saying, extend a baton and pass it over to us. Now create opportunities in your ministries. Ensure that you ring-fence whatever opportunities that there may be. Skill us where we are lacking so that we know that we are creating another layer of leadership that is supposed to come up and take those positions. What we know about our own military veterans, women particularly, we have people who are really committed to building this nation. You see, right now what we're doing, we are in the project of nation building. As I said that before, we were actually fighting against each other, but right now it's a situation of building this nation. And if you think about it, we will not be able to even begin to build the nation if economically we are lacking, we are faced with destitution, we are faced with lack and poverty. So that is why now we are saying ministers that are going to attend this forum, they launch tomorrow. Please open those opportunities for us.
So they've got to ensure that the socio-economic challenges facing those women, they've got to be, solutions that must be found for them. Well, ladies, we're going to have to conclude it right there, but thank you very much for having taken your time out this morning.
Thank you very much, Palisa.
Thank you very much indeed. That's the Minister of Defence, Military Veterans, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula. We're also talking to the chairperson of this Military Veterans Agenda Forum. She is Dlamini. Well, it's exactly 5 minutes before 7 o'clock. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll give you a full update on the news for 7 o'clock. Stay tuned.